Hey guys, Dale the Options Guru here, Think Tank Trading. Thank you for joining my live watch list. Hopefully you guys had a better day today than yesterday. I know yesterday was rather chaotic. The stock market just completely tanked at open, and today you've seen a pretty strong recovery in a lot of areas. A lot of things still are down, but a lot of things are still very overextended in regards to where they previously traded at anyway. So all we did was average down on our positions. We didn't panic sell anything, and for the most part, we're looking pretty strong in a lot of areas. So the first one I want to show you guys today is ticker symbol INFI. So looking at the chart on this, this is one that we've played recently. It did have FDA news. We ran this thing into the catalyst. As you can see, it was around $1.50 to $2.50 range. Ran all the way up. You see it says 598, but I'll show you that this actually jumped higher than that. Had pre-market highs of $9.43. So I'll show you why real quick. Looking here, this is off the Motley Fool's website. They did have news on their phase 2 clinical trial. The news was relatively good, not as good as some people expected, but for the momentum that it did have and for the float that it has, it did see some significant gains. So looking at it right now, coming back to the chart, it is coming back and finding new support levels. So you see this bounced right off this $3, came up, bounced right off the same support level, and is just trading right within this channel right here. You see it get rejected off this resistance. Right now it's just sitting right at support. So I'm going to be looking to get back into this play. This does have news and future potential. I'll jump over to tip ranks right now and show you guys what a lot of analysts PT is for the duration of this year. As you can see here, it does have a price target of average $7.75. One of these was just 6 days ago. Sees a potential upside of 105.28%. This is a 5-star analyst, Piper Sandler, very well-known player. Same with the Oppenheimer group. They do really well. They do a lot of research on these things. This stock in particular has a lot of backers on it. I'm going to show you a little bit of news in regards to what their treatment is and why people think that this stock can go 100% plus, all right? So jumping back over to the Motley Fool, there is another article on it. This personnel in particular is picking it for one of his picks of the year. And last year, you can see a notable pick of his was Noravax. So if you guys know Noravax, let me jump over to this and show you real quick. This one had an amazing run last year. So this thing was trading all the way at $3.54, okay? So early into late last year and early this year, this thing seemed downside forever. They got big deal with their COVID-19 vaccine and the government help as well. And this thing went from $3.54 to a high of $331.68. Now, do I think INFI is going to see a gain like that? Probably not. However, what they're working on is pretty big deal. So let me jump back over and show you this. So going off of this article here, it says one of the most interesting ideas in biotechnology right now is the reprogramming of macrophages, okay? I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with bacteriophages and macrophages, but it's a type of white blood cell that kills microorganisms through CD47 protein, all right? CD47 focuses drugs by instructing our immune systems to use our natural defenses to attack certain blood cancers. So that's a pretty big deal. If we can reprogram our bodies to attack cancer or any other forms of infection, then we don't have to go through all these alternative methods and these treatments that are essentially very harmful to our body, especially if we do have the lock and key already within our own genetic makeup. So this could be groundbreaking. As you can see, he had Trill last year, which is a 13 bagger. So this is a very notable person, and there are some notable investors within this company. So I'm going to be watching INFI, jumping back over to the stock. Let me show you guys what a good entry on this will be. So the first support level on this is right at $3.15, okay? If we can get in anywhere around this $3.15 range. For me personally, I think that that's a good starting position. We could set our stop loss just underneath of it. If it does lose this support area and does come down to the secondary support, we can always just stop out for a minimal loss. However, if this does have big news in the pipeline that can come out at any time, I would like to be in this, especially at a pretty solid support level. Right now, the technicals don't look great on it. We're going to have see some signs of reversal. But if it does come down to the secondary support level, I will absolutely be buying this again, as we have swing traded a lot of these biotech companies for massive gains this year already. So this is the first one on the watch, guys. And if you guys do want to do some due diligence yourself, just jump over to infi.com. They do have a great resource list here. You can go through the website yourself, see all the latest news and development on it. It is a penny stock. There's always high risk, high reward with these things, but as you've seen over the last few months, VUZI and Microvision and UAVS and a lot of these penny stocks that had great upside end up having great monster years, 10, 20x gains. So definitely look into this one yourself and tell me what you think about it, and leave it in the comments below, okay? All right, the second one on the watch tonight, guys, is going to be SNPR. This is Tortoise Acquisition. They're very familiar because they've brought other good companies via SPAC to the market, most notably Helion. So you see Helion just had a big run early on, all the way up to $55. It recently had a nice little pop over $20 we were in. We sold that for a 250% gain on the options. But this one right here, guys, I'm very intrigued by this company. I really am. And there are many, many, many reasons for that. So I'm just going to jump straight over to the website and just let you guys see this yourself. But first, let's look at the technicals on this thing. Like most of the market, it looked like it had a solid support area right here, okay? It was holding up, had its big breakout to 1933, holding pretty strong support, and then like all of the market yesterday, you seen with HOL and a lot of these SPACs, this just couldn't hold up that market sell-off. But you can see the RSI was in oversold range. You see the RSI curling to the upside now, had a pretty strong day today. I think that this can come up and reclaim the support level until further news comes, and I do think that this company has a chance to double easily, if not triple, in the future. So let's jump over to the website and let you guys see it for yourself and tell me what you think about this one as well, okay? All right, so here's the website. This is voltacharging.com. You can come over and see this anytime. Here's the stations themselves, right? And what makes this unique to me is this display that they have built in, right? So this company is going for the high traffic, more upscale neighborhoods. They're not necessarily trying to be the most charging stations. They're trying to just be niche charging stations around shopping malls, New York, Times Square, wherever they can get these things. They have a lot of them in Houston, Texas, LA, San Diego, really big cities. They're trying to find a niche market because they know that SBE, ChargePoint, Blink Charging, and all these other ones that they have out there typically have more charging stations and more partnerships already. However, this does have other aspects that make it very attractive, okay? So first of all, companies can pay to have advertisement on these charging stations, which I think is really cool. They're beautiful. The secondary part of this is these charging stations are going to be able to charge any type of car, from a Tesla to a BMW, whichever Ford, different EV companies that come out across the board. These are going to be universal, so I think that makes it very lucrative. Scrolling down, you can see the pictures here. I think they look really cool. You can see different companies. You see Coca-Cola, other different things on there. They look great, and these are the type of areas that they're going to want these charging stations in. So I do think that there's room in this market for them, since the transitional phase going into EV really hasn't happened yet. So I'll be looking forward to this merger and see what's going to happen with it, and for us to be able to get in at essentially $13 or less even after hours tonight. I think it has a lot of upside. if you look at the market cap on this and what their future potential revenue is, they're number 2 across the board in regards to future potential revenue all the way up to 2025. So I'm going to be looking for some support levels on here. Looking at the chart, we'll go to the 30-minute. Anything, if I could have caught that at 1180 yesterday, I most certainly would have got it. The only thing is, when the market is crashing like that, you never really know how far it's going to go. No one knew that this was going to bounce immediately. Had they, everyone would have bought everything on the dip yesterday because it bounced back pretty quickly. But 1180 would have been great, but it looks like it has solid support right around the 1250 range. So I think I'm going to have a starter position at 1250. As you can see, the RSI is curling as well, and we do have a MACD crossover. So that is my take on SNPR. I like the company. I think I'm going to go long on it. I think it's going to have a very good year. And just remember, with SPACs, the floor is essentially $10. So the upside to this, potentially $30, $40, $50 even in the future. The downside risk, $2.50. All right, so you be the judge on whether you think that that's a good buying opportunity or not. But here at the Think Tank, we definitely think that it is. Okay, so the third one I'm going to bring to your attention is ticker symbol AONE. Now this just got news, all right, that they're going to be merging with an industrial 3D printing company. This just made its initial rush. We're not going to be the first buyers in here at 1549. These things get news, they pump up, and then they typically come back down towards these support levels. We're going to be waiting for $11.50, $12 range, maybe even a little higher than that, considering who has been purchasing these. I'm going to jump over to Lucid Tracking and show you that ARK Invest has been buying this up today. As you all know, they're very big on 3D printing, and I'm also going to show you the company website and show you what type of material that they are 3D printing. Definitely a lot of upside to this one as well, as you guys have seen with other companies like DDD. This is another 3D printing company. You go to the daily, this thing was $4.60. It has just hit $56.50. It has since came down to $37.44, but I know a lot of people that think that this is going to recover and go up even more. In the years to come, 3D printing is going to become cheaper and more common, and there's a lot of upside to these 3D companies. We're long Nano Dimensions, as you all know, among many others. So let's jump over to the website and let you check this one out as well. All right, so here's the website. This is AON3D.com, the Affordable Advanced Additive Platform. So scrolling down through this, you see that reach your material's maximum potential with full cycle 3D printing expertise. Just going through the website, you see that they're going to be gearing towards manufacturing and large industrial companies. And anyone that's ever worked in that field will tell you that the parts made for these machines are extremely expensive to replace. A lot of these things are made in Germany and Europe, and it costs an arm and a leg to be able to fix some of these machines, especially CAD machines and other different large components. This one has rapid prototyping, tooling, jigs and fixtures, end-use parts, materials development, additive R&D, and jump in this website yourself, guys. I want you to see it yourself. You can even go up to the top and look at the materials and even put an order in, and they'll give you a free sample of it. If you want to see this for yourself and see what they're doing, I know from experience of working in many different industries that this is a huge field, and this is going to be a big deal in years to come. These companies can save a ton of money just 3D printing their parts that they need, opposed to going through all these manufacturers. And I can see why Kathy Wood is buying this up. So let's jump over to Lucid Tracking. All right, and here it is. This is right here. It was bought today. They bought it at, let's see, $13.66. They bought 208,917 shares. All right, it's not weighted significantly, but this is a SPAC still, so it is still speculation until the definitive agreement and the whole process goes through. Sometimes these take time, but I'm sure prior to buying this that they did the research and felt that it had a strong potential to go through, and they're trying to get in early. And if it dips enough for us, we're going to try and get in early too, because these are the type of stocks, especially growth stocks, that we like. So ARK Invest bought some today, definitely bringing it to a lot of people's attention. They're one of the most famous investing firms in the world. But our plan is absolutely to find some more of these space ETFs. As you can see right here, this is EXPC. They are going to be opening an ARKX space ETF. And if you've seen the success from ARK FinTech ETF, the Genomic ETF, the Autonomous and Robotics ETF, and the Innovation ETF, they've all gone 100% or higher just this year. They pick very well. They pick groundbreaking technology. They pick things that they foresee that are going to be happening in the future, especially with space, which is going to be a monster industry in the years to come. So we're looking right now to try to find the best stocks that we think that they're going to be buying in that sector, and we're going to buy those before they announce their ETF and which ones are going to be in it. Okay, so stay tuned. As we update it, we're going to be updating you guys as well. But those are my top 3 watches for tomorrow. I will post some more in my own watch list that I feel will be intraday or swing trading in the Discord. But just keep in mind, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence on this and your own homework. But I will lead you to some really cool things. We have a history of it here at Think Tank, so stay tuned, guys, and thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Leave any comments. If you guys want me to chart anything, just leave the comment below. I will chart it and add it to my next video. Okay, guys? Thank you.